Brunson dropped 36 points. The Knicks took a 3-1 lead. But that is not what has everyone talking. The real story started much earlier.
My blood is still a little bit boiling about this Brunson thing. I think he's emotionally can't control himself. I cannot stand this guy.
Watch this play. This is what frustrated Brunson. Oh, whoa. That's, excuse me, that should be a flagrant one. I can understand why Brunson and then Wemby's laughing.
On the NBA Finals stage at Madison Square Garden, a 7'3" superstar grabbed another player by the back of the neck, sent him crashing to the floor, and then flashed a smile. No whistle, no foul, no flagrant, nothing at all.
Down on him now. Okay?
Who?
Wembanyama. This is a dirty play here. Brunson did nothing wrong. Brunson did a very good job of avoiding a technical in this spot. You're giving the Knicks a lot of juice tonight. And that's not what San Antonio needed to do.
The player who hit the floor got right back up, scored 32 points, and later delivered exactly 7 words that caught everyone's attention.
I agree that a foul was missed on that play.
Right.
They did a poor job.
This is the same player who reportedly left $113 million on the table. The same player critics said was too small for this moment.
Brunson gave up $113 million. That's not a normal thing, guys. Like, that's not talked about enough, you know? It's like he put his money where his mouth is. To assemble a team of people.
What unfolded in Game 3 felt impossible to ignore. Many fans believe it was one of the most controversial moments of the postseason, and the debate has only gotten louder since then. Let's talk about Victor Wembanyama, because many people do not see this as a random incident or an emotional split-second reaction. Shannon Sharp pointed it out on Nightcap. According to Sharp, Wemby was trying to make a statement early in Game 3. As he put it, Wemby sent a message, "Get boxed." That comment instantly got people talking, and what makes the situation even more controversial is that critics say this is not an isolated incident. Look back at the Western Conference Finals. Wembanyama was ejected after making contact with Naz Reid during a play that sparked major backlash. It became the first ejection of his NBA career and quickly turned into a huge talking point across sports media. Then came Game 2 of the Finals. Wembanyama got tangled up with Jose Alvarado, and the play drew even more criticism because of the size difference between the two players. By Game 3, another moment had fans arguing online. As Brunson moved to set a screen, Wembanyama appeared to place both hands on the back of his head and send him to the floor hard. Replays spread everywhere, and people immediately started breaking down the footage. Critics pointed to a pattern: 3 separate playoff games, 3 controversial plays involving smaller opponents, and each time cameras seemed to catch the same reaction afterward, a smile that only added more fuel to the debate. While some analysts defended him, others were far less forgiving. Chris Russo, Mad Dog, on First Take, summed up what many viewers were already saying when he declared, "Wemby's a dirty player." Then things became even more heated. The NBA reviewed the play. ESPN's Monty McCutcheon, the league's former head of officiating, openly acknowledged that the foul should have been called, but despite that admission, the play was not upgraded to a flagrant foul. That decision left many fans frustrated. Richard Jefferson reacted during the broadcast saying, "That should be a flagrant one." Wemby's laughing about it. Jose Alvarado also weighed in saying, "That's not basketball. He got away with one." Those comments only pushed the controversy into an even brighter spotlight. That'll be the last one. Those words stuck with a lot of people, but there is one question that keeps coming up, and fans have been debating it non-stop. Why? Wembanyama already entered this postseason with flagrant foul points on his record. Under league rules, reaching the next threshold could lead to an automatic suspension. That is why every review and every decision has been picked apart by fans, analysts, and former players alike. Wembanyama is one of the NBA's biggest young stars and one of the league's most marketable players. He is expected to be in line for a massive contract extension, with projections ranging from roughly $251 million to more than $300 million depending on awards and contract conditions. That reality has fueled plenty of debate. Some fans have even pointed back to major league decisions from past finals runs, including the Draymond Green suspension in 2016, wondering whether star players are always judged the same way when the stakes are highest. Now shift the focus to the other side of this story. Jalen Brunson. In the middle of the NBA Finals, in front of a packed home crowd, he hit the floor after a controversial play involving a player much taller than him. The arena was buzzing, social media exploded, cameras were locked on every reaction. But Brunson did not create a scene. He got up, walked right over, stared him down, and went straight back to work. No shouting, no dramatic confrontation, no teammates stepping in, just focus and composure under the brightest lights in basketball. Then came the performance. Brunson finished with 32 points, shooting 11 for 25 from the field while continuing to attack all game long. He earned 7 free throw attempts in a matchup where foul calls became a major topic of conversation. Every possession felt intense, and every whistle seemed to spark another debate among fans watching around the world. After the game, reporters surrounded him. Microphones were everywhere. Many expected a fiery response. Some thought he would criticize the officials. Others thought he would call out Wembanyama directly. Instead, Brunson stayed calm and delivered his message without any extra drama. That response only made people talk about him even more. The contrast became impossible to ignore. On one side was a rising superstar facing scrutiny over a controversial play. On the other was Brunson, quietly letting his game do the talking. And then there is the financial side of the story, which made headlines all by itself. In 2024, Brunson was reportedly eligible for a 5-year maximum contract worth around $269 million. Instead, he chose a 4-year deal worth approximately $156 million. By doing that, he left an enormous amount of money on the table, giving the Knicks greater flexibility to strengthen the roster around him. That decision helped create the foundation for the team competing on this stage today. As Jeremy Lin put it, the history books are already being rewritten, and Brunson's numbers are putting him in elite company. He is averaging 10.3 points per fourth quarter in these NBA Finals, a mark higher than legends like Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson during their finals runs. It is the highest figure by any player in the finals since the 1996-97 season. That is rare territory and legendary company. Isaiah Thomas spent years hearing that he was too small to lead at the highest level. Brunson has heard many of the same doubts throughout his career. Critics questioned whether a 6'2" guard could be the top option on a championship contender. Becky Hammon even discussed that exact challenge on national television. Yet Brunson keeps answering those questions the same way he always has. With his play on the court, Becky Hammon did not just mention the size issue, she highlighted the challenge that has followed Jalen Brunson for years. Every step of the way, there was always someone saying he was too short, too slow, or not athletic enough to carry a team when the pressure reached its highest level. Yet somehow those doubts keep turning into motivation. What makes Brunson's rise so remarkable is that he was never handed the spotlight. He was not treated like the next global superstar. He was not the player getting endless hype or being labeled the future face of the league. Instead, he built his reputation the hard way, one possession at a time, one playoff game at a time, and one huge moment after another. Now look at where he stands today. The NBA Finals, packed arenas, millions watching around the world. And when the game gets tight in the fourth quarter, the ball keeps finding its way into Brunson's hands. That is not luck, that is trust. His teammates trust him, his coaches trust him, and most importantly, he trusts himself when everything is on the line. The numbers are impressive, but the timing of those numbers is what really grabs attention. Anybody can score when the game is comfortable. The great ones score when the pressure is crushing everyone else. Brunson keeps delivering big baskets when defenses are focused entirely on stopping him. Double teams, traps, physical defense, it has not mattered. He keeps finding answers. That is why this finals run feels bigger than statistics alone. It is becoming a story about proving people wrong. Every playoff round has added another chapter. Every clutch performance has added another argument in his favor. And with the Knicks now sitting in a commanding position, the conversation is getting louder by the day. The same player many people doubted is now standing on the biggest stage in basketball, putting together the best stretch of his career. And suddenly, those old criticisms are getting harder and harder to find. Analysts said the same thing year after year. They questioned whether Jalen Brunson could ever be the centerpiece of a championship contender. Even Dallas, the team that drafted him, developed him, and watched him grow into a key playoff performer, did not fully commit to him. Reports indicated that the Mavericks offered Brunson a 4-year deal worth $55.5 million. According to longtime NBA reporter Mark Stein, Brunson's camp quickly turned it down. His father, Rick Brunson, later described the discussion as a 30-second second conversation. So Brunson made a choice that changed everything. He left Dallas and headed to New York, where expectations were sky high and the pressure never stopped. Instead of taking the easiest path, he embraced the challenge of helping revive one of the NBA's most demanding franchises. As the Knicks pushed deeper into the playoffs, praise started coming from every direction. Even LeBron James weighed in on the atmosphere surrounding the series, emphasizing how difficult it can be for opposing teams to deal with the energy and momentum that comes with playing in New York. The spotlight only got brighter as the wins continued to pile up. Then there were the adjustments being made against the Knicks. After Game 3, Chris Finch openly discussed matchup decisions and admitted that, looking back, he might have approached some situations differently. That comment reflected a growing reality around the league. Opponents were being forced to rethink their plans because of what Brunson and the Knicks were doing on the court, and maybe that is what makes this story stand out so much. Basketball has always celebrated size, length, and physical dominance. For decades, the sport's biggest stars often looked larger than life the moment they stepped onto the floor. Brunson does not fit that traditional mold, and that has followed him throughout his career. Yet here he is. NBA Finals, the Knicks' first trip to this stage since 1999, a drought so long that entire generations of fans had never seen New York this close to a championship. He got here through persistence, through years of hearing doubts, through criticism, tough playoff battles, and constant questions about whether he was good enough to lead a team this far. While others grabbed headlines with controversy, Brunson kept stacking performances and letting his game speak for itself. Then came Game 4, same arena, same pressure, same massive expectations. Brunson delivered 36 points as the Knicks grabbed a commanding 3-1 series lead. The noise, the criticism, and every obstacle thrown in his path failed to slow him down. Now the debate is everywhere. Has Brunson become the most overlooked superstar in the NBA today? Fans across the league are making their case, and with every big performance, that conversation only gets louder.